Hi, I'm Emma Jenkins. I'm a specialist in contract law and I've been brought in to work as your agent. I'll be working to get you the best deal in the boardroom, which means you need to do the best possible job out there on the circuit. When you get new contract offers, either from new teams or an amendment to your existing offer, it'll come through me. I'll also keep you up to date on discussions behind the scenes to change your terms, or any specific goals that the team has set for you. If a contract offer does come through, I'll present to you the available offers and then you can make the call. I assume that all sounds fine. Well then, good luck this season, and I'll catch you later.
Welcome to our viewers from around the globe. You join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. A lot of focus is naturally on the drivers, but it's really important for the mechanics to get everything right as well, as one little mistake could cost the team and one of their drivers the race result.
These guys are so meticulous and they train and perfect everything that they do. Without question, they feel the pressure in the same way as the drivers, and they share the responsibility to ensure that the car makes it to the end of the race.
It's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
In the unforgiving world of Formula One, free practice sessions are a vital part of any Grand Prix weekend. During your F1 career, you'll be able to utilise these sessions to complete practice programs, which will help you learn the track and earn you points that can be invested in developing your car.
Okay, good to have you on board. I'm Jeff and I'll be your race engineer. Welcome to the team, and to Formula One. I'm really looking forward to the season. Our system checks are A-OK, so we can get underway whenever you like. Don't push the car just yet. The track is still green. Try and take it easy for the first couple of laps. conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather. Zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
The track acclimatisation programme, available in free practice sessions, allows you to learn the track whilst earning resource points for the development of your car. On-track markers show the key points through each corner, and the more of these you're able to consistently drive through at an appropriate speed, the higher your score and the more resource points you'll be rewarded with. Try and chain together multiple successful corners for a consistency boost to your score. Consistency over a long distance with heavy fuel is vital in Formula 1, so being able to manage tyres is a useful skill. The tyre wear programme, available in free practice sessions, will help you learn tyre management while earning resource points for development of your car. Be gentle on the controls to reduce the amount of tyre slip and therefore wear. The better you can do this, the higher you'll score at the end of each lap, and the more resource points you'll receive. Stay under a target lap time while maintaining your tyre management for a score bonus. When the on-screen bar moves towards the red, that means you are wearing your tyres more than expected at this part of the lap. When it moves towards the purple, you're wearing them less. Try and stay in the green zone at least for a successful test. The qualifying pace programme, available in free practice sessions, challenges you to beat a target time that corresponds to an expected position on the starting grid. Complete 3 flat-out laps on the fastest tyre compound to set the best time you can, and you'll earn resource points for hitting your target. The drag reduction system, or DRS, opens a flap on the rear wing to reduce drag and improve the straight line speed of the car. Drivers are able to use this system in specific DRS zones as long as the circuit is dry. There are no additional restrictions to DRS use in practice and qualifying. However, in a race, the system can only be used when the driver is 1 second or less behind another. Watch the bar at the bottom of your multifunction display as you approach the DRS zone to see your distance to the activation point, and activate it by pressing the DRS button when the prompt appears. The multifunction display is a vital tool to give drivers control over their cars and make important information visible during a race. It's possible to cycle through the screens on the MFD to access the settings such as brake bias or the tyres to be fitted at the next pit stop, as well as car condition, component temperatures and race strategy information. When speaking to your engineer through the radio, the MFD is also the place where you'll be able to view and select your available commands. The safety car may be deployed if there's an incident or if the conditions are too dangerous to drive in. Once the safety car is out on track, there's no overtaking permitted, and you must keep your lap time above a minimum in order to safely form a queue behind it. You can judge your pace using the delta element of the on-screen display. Ensure you drive slowly enough to keep it positive. Once the line has formed, the safety car will re-enter the pits. Remember that there's no overtaking until the green flag's at the first safety car line. If the incident is less severe, the virtual safety car may be deployed. It's not necessary to form a queue under the VSC, but just stay above a certain delta time and obey yellow flag rules until the virtual safety car period comes to an end. There's a huge amount of time to be won and lost in the pits, but ensure that you don't get too greedy as you approach the pit lane speed limit line. On the approach, you'll see a notification of the pit lane speed limit and your distance to the limit line. If you cross this threshold too fast, you'll be given a speeding penalty, so be careful. There are valuable tenths to be won by getting it right though, so leave your braking as late as you dare. At the pit exit, it's important not to cross onto the racetrack before reaching the end of the white pit exit line. Tyre selection is a critical issue in Formula 1, and the current tyre regulations give individual drivers more freedom than ever. Pirelli allow 13 sets of dry tyres and 7 sets of wet tyres for a full race weekend, so you need to be careful to make your allocation last the distance. From the dry sets, 3 are pre-selected by Pirelli and marked as mandatory for Q3 in the race, but drivers can adjust their allocation for the other 10 sets from the 3 available compounds. Just remember, during the Grand Prix, every driver must use one of Pirelli's mandatory tyres plus 1 set from a different compound. The formation lap is an opportunity to practice your race start and put some energy through your tyres and brakes to get them up to the optimal temperature for the beginning of the race. When the light goes green, pull away from the grid and stay in position, making sure to keep your car in good condition as you drive a lap at a steady but consistent pace in order to prepare for the start of the Grand Prix. Races aren't won from the start line, but they can be lost, so getting a good start can make an important difference to your Grand Prix. As the lights come on, engage the clutch by holding the gear up button. Then, feed in the throttle to build up the revs. When the lights go out, release the clutch and it's away we go. But be careful not to release the clutch too early, or you may end up jumping the start. If your RPM is too low when you drop the clutch, your car may go into anti-stall. Don't panic if this happens, keep a cool head, clutch in, build up the RPM and then release the clutch just like the start procedure to get underway again.
A bit like a rubber out on track. Try to take it easy for a couple of laps. checks first, build up speed later.